Hello YouTube, welcome back to Bison Workshop. I'm Bob, and today we're going to go ahead and put the box back together. But before we do, I wanted to show what I did yesterday. I've been working on heat in the shop, and we put this unit here in. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. We put this heater here in and had to do some fixing on it, but it finally got it. And then I restored this one right here, which is an antique also, and cleaned it up. You should have seen it. It had, somebody had sprayed some blazed green. If this gives you any indication of what color it was, and it was nasty. But anyway, we're going to go ahead and put this thing together. But before we do, I would actually like to make a comment on a comment that was made on the last video. If you guys have no more faith than me in the work that I'm doing, then I'm sorry, you're watching the wrong channel, man. You know, if you're concerned about my work and you have no more faith than me than that, then you need to stop watching my channel. That was very insulting. This thing is going to be just as good, if not better, than it was when it was made new. And I am replacing stuff. And even if I didn't, let's get an idea here. Even if I didn't replace these things, they still can be made very safe. There's enough wire on the end of these that I can tin those with solder and weld or solder wire, new wire, to this, and then put heat shrink over top of it, and that would be just as safe as these lights that I found. I'm going to use these because I like these, but if I didn't have these, I would not be afraid to use these. So anyway, let's go ahead and put you down here and I'll show you what we're going to do. Alright, the first thing we need to do is, what I've done here is, if you guys are in frame here, I believe you are, I took these things out from right here, and they had a special bracket mounted to it, which was that bracket right there. And I just put a screw in there with a nut to hold that in place, so now I can use these porcelain ones to use as my light socket. And they got nice wire on it, nothing wrong with them, and they'll push right in here and snap right into place. Alright, so I don't like them for the simple reason they're bent to the point where we need to change that. So we're going to try to bend these so that they stick up a little bit. And then we'll bend this to spread it. Alright, and then those should snap right into place. Alright, so now we've got it snapped into place. And that was a pain in the ass to get in there. But anyway, before we do that though, we'll take this back out. Before we put those in, we need to modify this. Originally, these were just gray. Well, we're going to change that. What we're going to do is we're going to take some of this 3M tape and we're going to coat right here and we're going to coat right here on both sides. The reason for that is for reflection, so that it puts more light out. So basically we just cut us a piece. Long enough to put in here. And it don't matter if it's got words on it. Alright, so now we've got our two lights in here. So now we can take this off and put the fan on it. Now I've already tested the fan. Everything works just fine. So we got the light sockets in. So now we need to make our holes for the wires to go down in, and then we'll feed them down in here. Alright, so we got them down in there. Now we'll go ahead and feed these down in here. Alright, now we can go ahead and put our fan on it. Alright, so now we've got everything hooked up, or bolted back up. Now we get to put our springs back on it. Alright, so now we're done with this part for now. Now we get to work on this part. So we got to put the vent in. just like so. Now remember, it's going to be installed like this. So you want your flapper to be where it's going to be down. So now we just got to put screws in that. Alright, so what we're doing now is I'm just doing a test fit to see how this thing works out. Alright, so then we put our wing nuts on it and it's ready to install. And you got your clips here. So I'm going to go ahead and get this ready and started to where I can plug all this stuff up and do a test. So I've got to extend the wires on these because they're not very long. So we're going to have to extend these wires. So it's going to be time consuming. So we'll show you afterwards it put together. Alright guys, while I got my cousin here, everybody, this is Randall. We're going to show you my stuff working. And right now we've just got the wires, and don't be doing this at home. This is only for Bison. Bison can only do this. Now we're looking for lights this time. Both lights work. Now we're looking for the fan. And looky there. Everything's working. Got new wires in it. So now we can wrap all this up. And that's one part down. We got a beam coming for the bathroom Friday. They're going to start on it. So right now I'm just getting everything prepared for when I start doing my job. So this is one item down. So the next thing, we got a medicine cabinet that we need to redo. And it'll work out. Now, for the guy who has his doubts about my work, if you have doubts about my work and the work that I'm doing, you better go watch somebody else's channel because Bison knows what he's doing. Anyway, don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe. If y'all want to help the channel out, you can do so with PayPal at bisonworkshop@gmail.com. Don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, if I didn't already say that. You guys have a good one. Later.